especially if you're talking about the so-called classicals, it is controlled by machismo and men. There have always been women who have found ways to subvert it, to get around it, to find their angle to it. That's true. But it's absolutely sexist environment, right?
Are we beginning at all to see a true female voice in the arts?
Are there any women singers or instrumentalists here? Okay. Well, I still think, okay, I would like to say yes, but I'm not too sure. Because we're talking about something that's abstract and that somebody is kind of picking up from what you see or hear in music. I think the fact is that the world of the arts, especially if you're talking about the so-called classicals, it is controlled by machismo and men, okay? The power centers are still men. And therefore, there is a great pressure of that masculinity that men believe is masculine on the arts. There have always been women who have found ways to subvert it, to get around it, to find their angle to it. That's true. But is it today a democratic space where you can just allow a discourse to go? I don't think so. It's not true of anything in society today, right? There's always a need to maneuver. You know, I think the day when a woman doesn't need to, a woman or a trans person, or or a homosexual or anybody gay or whatever, doesn't need to maneuver anything. Let's say it's at least a percentage drops.
Well, when they stop needing to be a movement.
Yeah, exactly. I think then we are actually discussing something that's going forward. Until then, it is still the same, I'll tell you, in Carnatic music, there are more women singers than men singers, male today. It's very interesting. But it's absolutely sexist environment, right? So because the power centers, the notion of sound, the notion of music, who is deciding all this? Who is deciding what is serious music? That's another thing, There is what you consider serious and what you consider enjoyable are two different things. You will buy a ticket to enjoy something. You may pay much more money. You may pay less money for something that is serious. But you will always want to flaunt the serious. Right? It's very interesting. And the man is always defining that serious. That needs to change.